Alright, so if you don't have part 3 drawn in AutoCAD yet, we can draw it on that SketchUp program. It's my.sketchup.com. So I'm going to go to that website. Here it is. And I did the sign in with Google, and I'm in my account. Alright, to begin the drawing, I'm just going to get rid of this guy, click on him, hit delete, and he goes away. I'm going to draw this shape as a 2" by 2" by 2" square. Then little 2" wings, 2 inches wide, and I'll draw those little foldable lines in last. So I'm going to begin by drawing that 2 by 2 square. Use a square tool, and I click and drag on the screen. Notice here, hit escape here once. This green line, this is my y-axis, red is my x-axis, and the blue is my z-axis. So I'm going to build my shape kind of on the x-y axis. Click and drag. I'm not going to commit to a size yet. Just type in the numbers 2, 2, hit return, and it'll draw a shape for me. I'm going to hover my mouse over it and kind of zoom in by scrolling the mouse screen up. And I'm going to switch to the orbit tool to spin the screen look a little more vertical. And then zoom a bit more centered. Alright, now we got a 2 by 2 square. Oh. Alright. There it is. What is this one here? Oh, alright. So 2 by 2 square. The next plans kind of call for a 2" tall wing, 2" tall wing by a 1/4 inch wide. Let's build that. So I'm going to draw a line. I gotta go up this axis so it's green. I'm going to click and kind of move the mouse in the green direction. Type in 2, hit enter, it'll draw it. I'll zoom out a little bit and zoom back in. I'm going to drag it this direction, doesn't matter how long. Type in 1/4, hit enter, it'll draw it. I'm going to go escape to end that command and zoom out and then build this bottom line. Click and drag in the green direction, hit 2, enter. Red direction, 1/4, enter. That one's done. I have a line from here. Let's see. I'm going to draw the solid line first, then I'll cut the excess off later. So I'm going to draw a line from here, that same direction on the x-axis, 2 inches. I'm going to go straight down 2 inches and back 2 inches. And then the front little nose kind of has a small little 1/4 inch up and it angles back. So it's a line from here, 1/4 inch, and angles back to that end point. Goes here, up 1/4 inch, and then, oops, scroll out, scroll back in, 1/4 inch, got it. So the shape is pretty much done. Now I have a little bit of those lines to trim away. We'll draw them as a circle and cut against the circle. So I'm going to use the circle tool. And up at the center of it here, it's asking for a radius. I'm going to go 1/8 inch radius. I'll throw a circle here, the same 1/8 inch radius, on all 4 points. And what's going to do is going to give me some little edges to cut against to know for trimming. Because the plans kind of call for a small break in the line on those 4 points. That way the cutter will cut that little slice, leave this metal here attached so it can be folded on that. So I'm going to zoom in, use the erase tool, and it's going to erase what I don't want. I don't want that chunk or that chunk. Now the circle is done, and get rid of the circle, it goes away. Zoom out, next one, need that one. If you erase the wrong line by accident, you can always do, I think it's a Control Z. Control Z means undo. So if you make a mistake, Control Z undoes. Don't need. So that circle kind of gives the boundary line. It shows the computer, I want to cut this side of this edge, so I'm cutting that side away. I can get rid of the mouse circle because it's not needed anymore. So there's shape part number 3. I believe in this free program we're running right now, we can export this as locked. This PNG. This will be look good to send to the Dropbox for grading. We can download it, and it'll download it as an actual drawing file to your Chromebook. It's a drawing file in SKP. Problem is, untitled with a name, you won't know whose that is. You may have to save and give it a name. Maybe your name with the word part 3. That makes sense. And we'll save it. And then we'll try downloading it. See what happens there. There it is. That'll work better. So this goes to the Dropbox for grading. That's part number 3.